qualities than the TV celebrity Mckinson that the very commentary about Daffy. I was the self-painter on the previous cartoon, but I was actually did this one because it's better. Yeah. Now the celebrity Mckinson thought that is gone. We can start the real commentary. Anyway, hey everyone out there, I'm Jay Noldridge, captain of the critically acclaimed YouTube channel which is most likely uploaded on. And standing right beside me is my horrible and annoying brother
Shut up.
Joshua, with the companion bootleg ripoff channel that came
Shut
before.
up. That's
That was
wrong.
Josh. You're interrupting my joke. Anyway, let's start the commentary.
So, this is Robin Hood Daffy, and this is one of my favorite shorts of all time. And I don't know how much was put on Boomerang, but I know that it did play at least enough times for us to catch a recording of it and watch it 1,000 times.
Well, we either played a lot or we just kept watching that same recording. But I don't remember. We probably had like 5 or so Lincoln's recordings that we watched over and over. And I know that there was this short, there's Bugs Bunny Gets Deployed, that was another favorite. Also, I think it was Buckaroo Bugs or whatever one, with the Master Water or whatever that was called.
That was Buckaroo Bugs, and
Yeah, it
there's
was
also
Buckaroo
Bugs
Bugs.
Bunny Reds Again, which I think was Yosemite Sam's second appearance.
Anyway, those shorts were ones that I watched over and over again. I think those were my favorites, and those are like a couple of the ones that I remember from like this 5 recordings that we had. And each one was like 2 to 3 hours.
So,
We recorded them like super early in the morning, even though the same shows usually air like later in times where we could actually watch them live.
so, anyways, about this short, this one was released in March of 1958. It is the last of the Chuck Jones directed Daffy and Porky parodies, which also include shorts like Deduce You Say and Rocket Squad, and the first one was Drip Along Daffy, which is in 1951.
So the audio quality is probably super horrible because I'm recording this off a tablet with crappy audio and crappy mic quality. It's just horrible quality right now. Anyway, this one, as you said, and I also shared that opinion, that's one of my favorite shorts and one of the best of all times. And yeah, for
Also,
some reason, this wasn't released until like Golden Collection Volume 3, I think.
it was going to.
Yeah, it was like,
Also, this is one of the best scenes in any Looney Tunes short ever made, and I don't know if it was this part specifically, but it was some of this part that was incredibly shittily reanimated, or a horrible 1966 crap short from the crappy Patty Feeling era called Mucho Locos, which is about Speedy and his
we don't
stupid.
need to explain the part. All you
Uh,
know is that's
well,
horrible.
it also includes reanimated scenes from Deduce You Say, another way betterly animated short that's ruined by them horribly reanimated again, revoiced acting again, with new horrible trash music.
Anyway, I love this interaction with Daffy and Porky, and weird considering the first volumes of the Golden Collection emphasis on Chuck Jones, and the fact there's a whole entire Daffy and Porky desk and they barely show up anywhere else in the collection. Why they didn't include this one instead of including the couple of awful Porky starred shorts with Porky Chops and Wearing of the Grin, I don't really know why they would even do that instead of choosing this one. This one was also very crappily edited into Bugs Bunny's Easter Funnies, so yeah, I always kind of associate this short with that, since I guess I watched that DVD more than the recordings because we only had cable, that specific cable box and that specific recording, for a shorter time than we have the Bugs Bunny Easter Funnies crap DVD that they released for some
It's
reason.
so horrifying and gross.
I don't really remember there being much quality difference in between the prints and the print on these that I got from a totally officially real website. Anyway, is this available in any Blu-ray release or anything?
This is on the first Platinum Collection. This is also on the Best of Looney Tunes 50 Cartoon Collection, which doesn't even matter, but it's kind of interesting. This wasn't on any Golden Collection until Volume 3, as you previously said. So, yeah.
Platinum Collection Volume 1 also had a big Chuck Jones emphasis. But I
Also,
guess it is one of the best Looney Tunes, so I guess why it's the best of one of his 50 cartoon Looney Tunes collection. Even if that collection is entirely pointless, I don't think they really selected shorts. They just selected like random popular ones. I don't know if that one has had Chuck Jones emphasis, but it probably did.
I wish they would do a release where they had fans do like a sort of online poll or vote or something.
Well,
Those could be all the shorts and stuff up there categorized by years and directors and one
well,
shots
I
and all that
think
stuff.
that the best way to experience these cartoons is by watching them on TV in a random order, random characters, random directors with random one shots thrown
With
in.
also random annoying commercials. Just
Well, I
randomly
don't. I don't
interrupting
think
the
that
shot.
the annoying commercials are really part of the experience. It might make it more nostalgic depending on the commercials or company, network, whatever. I think that's just separating these by characters and directors to just have a random jumble. But I think that having discs with specific characters might like make sure that the casual consumers and fans know exactly what they're getting, which I guess makes sense for marketing, but not really for like variety or whatever in these collections.
Also, in this scene, the song that Pookie's singing, he's singing without a stutter, and it's also historically inaccurate to the Robin Hood era setting. So that's a funny,
But I guess
interesting
they
fact.
didn't really care about historical accuracy; they just wanted to be funny, even though them singing the song is really funny. But yeah, I guess maybe they just didn't have enough information and didn't have the right information to conduct the research for them to know about the historical accuracy.
So,
Mhm. Also, when the traveler crosses the drawbridge, I don't know if that already happened, if it happens later, edges of the production cell are visible, so it's nice behind the scenes. But probably gonna have to do all sorts of cropping and editing, so you probably won't even be able to see it unless you find an actual good official copy.
also, at some point when the show was aired on Cartoon Network and Boomerang, there was a PAL match they used. Um, about those recordings and bugs when they used it on it, well, that doesn't really matter since it's not on TV. But whoever reviewed it is on that shitty, crappy DVD. But anyways, on all the recordings, as times we reviewed it, it's never been in PAL. So
Well, I don't really
yeah, I guess that
remember
was
that
fixed.
much besides me loving the short ever since then.
So yeah, anyway, that was our commentary. Bye.
I don't know, I might have like some extra notes at the end or something. But anyway, bye. Yeah. Okay, so here's a section for just like random other stuff that I want to say if Joshua wants to chime in with anything. Only one thing is that I love the look of this short and generally like the 50s Chuck Jones ones where they're more angular or whatever. I don't know if there's any art people out there who actually know what that word means, but I have seen it applied to some of the Spike Brand Tony Saban productions from Warner Bros. Like The Looney Tunes Show and Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated, which it kind of looks like that with the strong shape and stuff. And this cartoon, along with like some other really late Chuck Jones cartoons, have kind of like a mix of this abstract, angular stuff with the really strong colors and lines. But also like the more puffy look with the thicker lines and the characters look more furry and cutesy. This cartoon kind of has a cross of that, but it's more like the angular stuff. Anyway, if
Also,
there's anything you
speaking
want to
about
add.
the puffy cutie look, I don't really like that. The that's loosely applied to the stuff that Chuck Jones did in the '80s, where
Which
I don't really
was
like
way
it.
worsely animated and worse written.
That was kind of applied like a little bit, I think, in the Chariots of Fur short that he did in 1994. But all the other shorts that he made around that time don't really affect it. And the puffy slash cutie style and that look in Chariots of Fur doesn't really bother me that much as it does in other productions featuring other Looney Tunes characters and stuff.
Well, I think it's because that Wiley and the Roadrunner, when they were originally drawn the originals, they had like the kind of texture and detail on their fur and hair or whatever you call it, feathers and stuff. So them having the more puffy look with more detail, when it was applied to other characters like Bugs, it didn't really look right. But with Wiley and Roadrunner, they were kind of designed that way to begin with. So I think that's why.
And also that puffy cutie style is in the opening cartoon scene to Gremlins: The New Batch. So yeah, which is the title sequences were written and animated by Chuck Jones. The animation doesn't really look that good, and also the design just kind of make it look like some crappy Saturday morning trash.
Well,
But
I
only
mean that
sometimes.
animation wasn't even on par with the Chuck Jones produced shorts that were there at the time, like Superior Duck, which don't really look like they have that style. I
The
guess,
Superior Duck came out like way later
yeah,
than
yeah,
this.
yeah. Oh, I don't think Chuck Jones he was really doing that style. He was kind of veering away from it, but I guess because he mostly applied this puffy, cutesy, furrier, more detailed. Well, I don't even know if that even applies, but he was applying this different look to mostly characters that he either created or worked with, and that show had like Taz and Falcon like ones. So I guess he didn't want to do that. Those are the animators who are probably less experienced, and they wanted to pay more homage to Duck Dodgers with the other style. So I guess that's why. But that animation wasn't even on par with the theatrical shorts of that time. I think only like the Greg Ford and Terry Lane and stuff, only recent theatrical Looney Tunes. So I guess there really wasn't much comparison since Chuck did work on this.
So
Is that it?
yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah, bye. Boy.